We are getting you all the latest on the elections in Maharashtra and Jharkhand. For that, we have some very special guests joining us live on this broadcast. We have Mr. Amitabh Tiwari, political analyst, Rennie Abraham, senior journalist, and of course, our very own Brijesh Pandey, our input chief, joining us here in the studio. Thank you, all of you, for taking time out to be with us. And before we get to you, Amitabh and Rennie, Brijesh, let's set the context of your high-stakes battle, especially in a state like Maharashtra that goes to polls, all seats at stake, and that will really set the tone for this phase of elections.
Well, absolutely. And I think, elections in Maharashtra is a very high-stake battle, given for the fact that, the narrative which had emerged post-2024 general election, in which the BJP could not get an absolute majority on their own. The kind of damage that was done in 2024 general election was somehow salvaged by the BJP by winning the state of Haryana, which looked all set to go to Congress, and they sprung a big surprise by getting their biggest majority till date. And, this election in Maharashtra, if the Mahayuti is able to retain it, I think the narrative of 2024 goes back to 2019, and election will be considered as an aberration, because by winning Maharashtra, the BJP-led Mahayuti would send a clear message that what happened in 2024 general election was an aberration, but we have been able to wrest the narrative again, and now it is the winning ways of the BJP which continues. But if the Maha Vikas Aghadi, wins Maharashtra, wins Jharkhand, then I think, they will be able to project loss in Haryana as an aberration, and they are saying that what started in 2024 general election continues unabated. It will be a huge boost for the Congress party. It will be a big boost for both NCP, Sharad Pawar, and Uddhav Thackeray, Shiva Sena, because this will also in a way decides, irrespective of what the election commission says as to who is going to be the real Shiva Sena and the NCP. So it's a high stake battle as far as the state of Maharashtra is concerned.
High stakes battle, of course, Amitabh, and in that sense, as crucial as any other state, the highest in terms of GDP in the top three forever. A state like Maharashtra is a big, important, and it's coming at a time when the BJP has managed to spring a surprise.
Yeah, sure. It's a very important state, as you said, but it's also a dichotomy state which contributes the maximum to the GDP, 13-14%, but also has the highest farmer suicides at 38%. Now, why is Maharashtra important? Now, if you see all the metros today in India, Kolkata, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, they are all with opposition parties. None of the metros today, except for Mumbai, is in control of BJP. So that's why, and also it is the financial capital of the country. So it is very, very important to win this election for the BJP, because it would neutralize some of the negative sentiments or some of the question marks which have begun to appear after the setback in Lok Sabha elections 2024. Haryana, of course, did soothe the nerves of the BJP supporters that all is well and 2024 was an aberration, but it is a small state. I mean, Maharashtra is more than 3 Haryanas. Maharashtra is more than Jharkhand plus J&K and Haryana combined in terms of size and even in terms of the number of seats which it has. So it's a very seat-by-seat battle which is going on, because there is a lack of an overarching theme in this election. It has become fairly localized. Also because a lot of elections of municipal corporations and bodies have not taken place in Maharashtra. So all the issues are sort of juxtaposed into this one single election: national issues, local issues, hyper-local issues, etc. And that's why you see the top leadership of both Mahayuti and MVA a bit wary, because they do not want to leave the election to the candidates only. So that's why you see Ek Hai To Safe Hai narrative being propagated by Mahayuti, and you see the caste census and the lifting of the reservation cap pitch by the MVA to create some sort of a narrative, to create some sort of an overarching theme. And that's why we see this intense battle turning out to be. And in Jharkhand, we've seen one phase already happened. Women have turned out 5% more than men in that election in the first phase of 43 seats. Is it because of the Maiya Samman Yojana that more people are turning up, or is it because of anti-incumbency? This we will have to see. One thing is for sure, that the Maiya Samman Yojana and the Ladli Lakshmi Behan or the Ladli Bahin Yojana in Maharashtra cannot have two different impacts. If it has an impact in Maharashtra, then it is likely to have an impact even more in JMM, because in Jharkhand, because most of the districts of Jharkhand out of the 24 are amongst the 250 most backward district list of India.
Okay, we'll stick with Maharashtra for now. Reni, talk to us. First time two different Shiv Senas are going to polls against each other, at a time when, the narratives are sharply pitched against each other. Batenge to katenge and ek hai to safe hai. Talk to us, how do you see the two Senas, first of all, facing up against each other in terms of, the big battles?
Technically, it is the second time that they will be facing each other up. In the Lok Sabha, we saw the Eknath Shinde faction contesting 15 Lok Sabha seats, of which they were able to secure 7 wins. Likewise, the Uddhav Bala Saheb Thackeray Sena was contested on 21 seats and was able to win on 9 seats. So, while technically it's a second fight, this is going to be a more gripping battle now, because they are basically pitted on so many seats against each other out of the 288 assembly constituencies in Maharashtra. So how they're going to fare is exactly what is being worked out to the last minute detail. And as even the share markets are suggesting, indicating, the MVA seems to be having an edge, and Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray's Sena, which lost out on its party symbol and status as the Shiv Sena in Maharashtra, is fighting to prove its ownership and proprietary over the Shiv Sena party that was in fact founded by Uddhav Thackeray's late father, Balasaheb Thackeray himself. So when you say this, the two of them are pitted against each other, we must also remember that this was an experiment that was done differently from another state, namely Madhya Pradesh. Over there, the BJP had similarly been able to spirit away Jyotiraditya Scindia and a large number of MLAs from the Congress party. But there, the difference was that Jyotiraditya Scindia and his Congress colleagues who left the Congress party there, bringing down the government virtually, they joined the BJP and had to get re-elected as BJP MLAs thereafter, which worked in Madhya Pradesh. What remains to be seen in Maharashtra is that same experiment was not followed. On the contrary, the whole entire party was hijacked in a manner of speaking. And whether that has gone down well with people, if the Lok Sabha was an indication, it did not go down well with the voters. So that is the real question and test of franchise that is going to be put up to the people of Maharashtra, and whether Uddhav Thackeray is able to come and in fact show and demonstrate through a public mandate that he is the true Shiv Sena. Likewise for the Sharad Pawar faction, which again found its symbol. Sharad Pawar set it up in 1999, and then within 6 months of setting up the NCP, he was able to give a great performance in the Lok Sabha of the time, and not only that, even form government with the Congress as an alliance in Maharashtra. So even for Sharad Pawar, it's the same battle of proving the originality of his political party.